What's up YouTube, Varnish here, and as the second round of beta for Infinite Warfare is about to come to a close, I wanted to give you some hard truth about your greatest issues with Infinite Warfare multiplayer, and that's time to kill, or rather time to be killed. This time to kill talk is a point of conversation that's been going on during the beta or release of every Call of Duty game for the past couple of years. Specifically, my mind goes back to when Ghost released and complaining about time to kill. But to be honest, after looking over some gameplay and then going back and playing some Black Ops 3 and Ghosts, but the time to kill seems to be pretty close, even across most recent Call of Duty games. So what is it then? Why is this coming up in the second Infinity Ward installment since the release of next-gen consoles? To be honest, I believe that Infinity Ward is functioning, or was the first weekend of beta, some form of hybrid dedicated server and peer-to-peer server infrastructure. For any of you that have played Destiny, you know that peer-to-peer matchmaking can be laced with problem after problem. There have been rumors that they have switched on the dedicated servers for the second weekend of beta, but myself and others have still experienced the time to kill issue that has been prevalent since day one of beta last week. So time to kill, is it actually a problem? Well, it's more like time to be killed is the issue that everyone is experiencing. And let's be honest, it feels like it takes you much longer to kill someone when others are just able to turn around and kill you instantaneously. Or so it feels. Not to mention putting what feels like 4 or 5 bullets into someone and then getting quick scope when the other person really shouldn't still be alive. And when you're getting killed from what seems like 1 or 2 bullets, you get to watch the kill cam and it seems like it's taking much longer to kill you than what you experienced. So what gives? If my professional experiences give me any insight into this, it isn't exactly an issue with time to kill, but rather the discrepancy that we are seeing between being killed and the kill cam that follows it is actually some form of lag compensation that the game is doing behind the scenes. Because Infinite Warfare doesn't fully run on a dedicated server platform, then it has to do some compensation based on individual player connections in the lobby. Now, this really shouldn't be an issue in the year 2016, but for some reason these AAA title games still lack dedicated servers for their multiplayer experiences. Even for a developer like Infinity Ward, who has been making Call of Duty games since 2002, you would think that they would have figured this out by now. But sadly, we are still dealing with the issue 14 years later. If we look back at the history of, say, Ghosts and Black Ops 3, when we compare the time to kill and how they both experienced the problems that we are experiencing now, then it's only fair to compare them when we talk about the future of what to expect for Infinite Warfare. When we do this, there's hope on the horizon. In both Ghosts and Black Ops 3, the issue of time to be killed versus time to kill actually got better after the first month or two after the games launched. If there was a guess to be made here that took a look back at our experiences in Ghost and Black Ops 3, then we know that this issue can be addressed, and Infinity Ward has already done some work in addressing it for the beta. So is time to kill issue a myth? No, it's the product of a server environment that has some sort of weird lag compensation, and as such we have to deal with the time to be killed being much faster than the time to kill. But history shows us that Infinity Ward gathers data from us playing their game. This issue will be fixed, and we won't have to deal with it for the longevity of the game's life cycle. Now, why is this still an issue with the lack of dedicated servers in 2016? I don't have an answer for you. But there is an answer here. Keep playing through the game. Live through the struggles and have a few war stories to tell when you come out on the other side after the issues have been fixed. And if we are lucky, then the game will release with a full dedicated server infrastructure. But that may be wishful thinking at this point. Well, that's all I have for you right now in regards to time to kill and time to be killed. The beta doesn't have much longer, and then we will have full access to the multiplayer experience very soon. Once we do, then you can expect an update to see if Infinity Ward was able to fix these issues. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more on the latest of gaming content. What has your experience of Infinite Warfare multiplayer been so far? Let me know down in the comments below. Until next time.